Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Broken Nose Gaming here. I apologize if I look or if I sound tired. It's like 6 a.m. where I am at while I'm recording this video, and it's kind of going to be the only time I have to record this video today. This video serves a couple different purposes. I am recording in my native resolution on the ultra-wide monitor. YouTube does accept that as a format, so I am trying that out. And today marks the first day of World of Tanks Blitz's 10th anniversary celebration. So every year you've been with World of Tanks Blitz, they've always given out like a gift for the player base. I personally was a beta tester for this game. I was testing this game out on an iPhone 6 Plus all the way back in 2014. So I have been with this game for 10 years, which is how old the game is turning this year, 10 years. So there's going to be a list of things that are going to be given out to players if we take a look here. So the news article didn't load for me, but I did have a screen pop up here, and it shows my little 10 anniversary box, and it kind of shows some of the stuff we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and go to our garage here, and we have our 10-year container. So it looks like I'm going to get a few things. I'm going to get a tier 10 tank. I'm going to get 1,000 gold, 100,000 free XP, a special camouflage of some sort, 30 days of premium, a 10-year avatar, and then some camos. So let's open it up here. And it should be everything that it says. Alright, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10 things for a 10-year anniversary player. These camos, I've actually gotten the green, the black, and the pink camos in the past. Those have been pretty common for them to give to the player base on the rewards. The 10-year anniversary, obviously, every year they give you a different little anniversary logo. 30 days of premium is also pretty standard. We have gotten that almost every year, at least the top end players. 100,000 free XP, I don't think they've ever done that, so that's 100,000 free XP that goes into my pool. 1,000 gold, they may have done something similar like that before. Again, that's not bad. The really big things here are going to be the Concept 1B, which is a heavy tank that was a snow globe tank when it first came out, so you had to like gamble for it, and I got it when it came out, so I'm going to see what I get in compensation. And then the other thing that is cool is there is a special camouflage specifically for the Concept 1B. It's called Maximal, and as you can see, it's kind of themed towards the whole 10 thing. It actually looks pretty cool. It's kind of a little futuristic looking compared to the other camo that the Concept 1B has. I am a much bigger fan of this one. This looks really cool, actually. And that's really it. This camo is new, and it looks like it unlocks for all tanks. They used to give this out as single-use certificates, and it looks like now you can unlock it for every tank, so that's kind of cool. It's purple and white. It's also animated, I believe. Yeah, you can see it kind of glowing there. So it's one of those animated camouflages. I'm kind of indifferent on this camouflage. It's cool, but it's not really my thing, but I will take a gift, obviously, so that is cool. So I'll go ahead and claim all that. So we'll go over here really quick. So yep, so this looks like it's gonna, it says it right here, the camouflage unlocks for all tanks. This camouflage will automatically unlock for new tanks. So I have these, as you can see, I have 2 of each of these, and that's because I've had, they gave us a total of 5 each for these when they first gave these out to us that were unlockable for all tanks. And every year afterwards they've given us more, and I've trimmed it down to just having 1 each. I could probably get rid of both of these because I do have them unlocked for all my tanks. And then this is the Maximal camouflage, so we'll go ahead and use that. Actually, before we do, if for some reason you did not like this camouflage, you could exchange it. You would get 1,375 splinters, but let me go ahead and unlock that for my tank. And we'll go ahead and we'll look at the avatar. The avatar is not super exciting. It's just a 10. As you can see, I have the 9, I have the 8, I have the 7, and I also have a special 7 that was only available in a certain event. I don't have anything before a 7, and that is because I did take a rather long hiatus after I beta tested World of Tanks Blitz. And that's mainly just because it was phone only for a very long time. Personally, playing on a touchscreen was not super comfortable for me, even on my iPhone 6 Plus. What did I get after my 6 Plus? My 8 Plus, my Pro Maxes. It's not my desired method of playstyle. I generally stick to using a computer with a keyboard and mouse. Once I got the Steam set up, it worked for a very short period of time, and then I could not get Steam to run World of Tanks Blitz on any of the computers I built until I rebuilt my computer with a Ryzen 5 5600X. That was the first time I was able to play World of Tanks Blitz again, or at least the first time I attempted to play again. Ever since then, I have been back to playing, so I have 7, 8, 9, and 10 for my anniversary avatars. I do not have any of the other ones. So the big question is, like I said, I already have the Concept 1B. It has been in here since the Concept 1B was released during the holiday event several years ago. So what do I get in compensation? I get 7,500 gold, which brings me up to currently 10,000 gold, which isn't bad. It will probably just sit in my account for a while because I don't have any need to spend it. So if we take a look at the camo, there's a few different camos here. So I'll show you the original camo that it came with. It was called the Thunderbird. I was never really a fan of this camo. Doesn't really do it for me. But I think for the winter camo, I will slap the Maximal on my Concept 1B. Blue and white. A little bit of red, but mainly blue and white. I think that would be an okay winter camo. So I will go ahead and I'll put that on there. And cool, so that's what I got for the 10-year anniversary of World of Tanks Blitz. I don't think World of Tanks, the regular PC game, has ever given out a reward vehicle at tier 10 before. So that's pretty cool to me to see a tier 10 tank given to the longest standing player base when it comes to rewards this year. That's really cool. I think that's neat. That's rare. I mean, this thing you had to gamble quite a bit in order to get when it first came out. So for them to just hand it off as a gift for the 10-year players, that's pretty cool in my opinion. But that looks like all of the gifts that you will get as a 10-year player this year for World of Tanks Blitz. I'm going to try and open the article one more time. There we go. So now we can take a look and see what the player base, depending on how many years you've been playing, what you'd get. So if you were only here for 1 year, you get 100 gold, 10,000 free XP, 3 days of premium, and an avatar. 1 to 2 years, you'll get an avatar, 5 days of premium, 200 gold, 20,000 XP. And you can see a little trend here. It goes up incrementally for every year that you've been here. 3 years, you get avatar, 300, 30,000, and 7 days of premium. 4 years, you get avatar, 10 days of premium, 40,400, and then you get the pink camouflage that unlocks for all the tanks. And then 4 to 5 years, you get the 5-year anniversary. You get, or 5-year avatar, I'm sorry. You get not only the pink camo, but the black camo, 14 days of premium, 50,000 gold, and, or 50,000 free XP, and 500 gold. 50,000 gold would be wild. 5 to 6, then you get into the 6-year avatar, and now you have all three, the black, pink, and green camouflage. 60,000 gold, or I mean, sorry, that's the second time I've done that. You can tell I'm tired. 60,000 free XP, 600 gold, 30 days of premium. So in order to get 30 days of premium, you have to be with the game for at least 5 to 6 years. And then you also get a container. This is a tier 5 tank container. So if you don't have any premium tanks, you will get a tier 5 premium tank. If you have the premium tank that comes in the container, from what I've been told, you will get a tier 6 premium container. And if you have that, then you get 600,000 credits. So that's kind of neat. We can move on to the 6 to 7 years. 6 to 7 years, you'll get the avatar. You will get the stained glass camo, which will be the last one in the batch. 70,000 free XP, 700 gold, 30 days of premium, and a tier 7 container. And I think the rules work the same way for this one. If you already get the tier 7 tank that's in the container, I believe they bump you to tier 8, and then it works the same way if you get the tier 8. I believe they give you gold compensation. I'll double check that. 7 to 8 years, you have all the camouflages. You have an 8-year avatar. Special background, which I already have. They gave that out to us in the beginning when we hit 8 years. You get to choose from one of these 4 tanks. There's the Pudel, which is a tier 6 premium. It's a tier 6 Panther on the Polish tree. The Type 62, which is a tier 7 Chinese light tank. T-25 Pilot, which is a tier 8 medium on the US tech tree, and the AMX M449, which is a tier 8 French heavy tank. Personally, I mean, this is all up to you. If you are getting one of these, I would probably go in between. I wouldn't get the Pudel. The Pudel is cool, but it's tier 6. The Type 62 is a good tier 7 light tank. Personally, I would either get the T-25 Pilot or the AMX M449. I believe, like, personally, I'd probably go for the T-25 Pilot. Between those two tier 8s, I like the T-25 a bit more than the M4. It's really mobile. It has a good gun. It's a fun tank. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know if there's some stigma behind how you had to get it, but personally, I like the T-25 Pilot out of those 4 tanks. If we move to the 8 to 9 year section, you get a 9-year avatar. I just noticed, I guess you only get those 3 if you're 7 to 8, which is really weird, because the 9-year, you get all 4. You get 90,000 free XP, 900 gold, a special attachment. I think it's called Major Breakthrough. I also have this attachment. They gave it out to us last year. I did not personally put it on a tank. And you get 30 days of premium. And then your tank selection for the 8 to 9 years is the Skoda T45, the Action 10 or Action X, or the Kyler. Out of these 3, personally, I would not recommend the Skoda T45. It's a tier 7 heavy. Its gun is just, it just doesn't cut it, in my opinion. It's a fast firing gun. It just doesn't have the greatest pen. The Action X or the Kyler are definitely what I would personally select. I already had all these tanks, so I got a compensation, which I believe was gold. Kyler is basically an E75 TS with a Lova turret and a slightly higher alpha gun. And the Action X is your typical British low alpha, high rate of fire tank, but it has a really good turret, so if you hold down, you will bounce a lot of shots. And then tier 10, obviously, we get the Concept 1B, the 10-year avatar, all of the camos, 100,000 free XP, 1,000 gold, and 30 days of premium. So for the tier 5 and tier 6 containers, these are the tanks that you can get. This is what you'll get if you get a tier 6 tank that you already have. Tier 7, I thought I heard that they were going to give you a tier 8 in compensation if you already have the tier 7, but it looks like if you get any one of these tier 7 tanks and you already have it, you'll get 2,500 gold in compensation. There are some good tier 7 tanks. Obviously the Annihilator is probably going to be the most desired. The Smasher, again, is going to be another one. Other good ones, in my opinion, Dracula, that's a pretty fun one. Type 62. The Helsing, that one's a pretty fun one. The M41D or the Maid is pretty fun. If you know how to play it right, the AT-15A is really fun. It's just excruciatingly slow. E25 is okay. Not a huge fan of the FV201, nor am I a fan of the IS-2. And that's mainly because there are so many IS clones in the game that an IS is an IS to me. Tanks that I wouldn't be super excited about getting is mainly the Panther M10. It's not that great of a tank in my opinion. The T-23E3 is another, it's more mobile than the Panther M10, has better rate of fire, but it's another tank that I do see on the battlefield that tends to leave the game early. Yeah, there's some good tanks in here. In the Tier 5, personally, the only thing that's really exciting to me, there's the Beta Sherman, which I got as a beta tester. The Type 3 Chinukai is pretty cool. It's pretty rare, and it does a lot of credit earning. But personally, I don't play Tier 5 anymore. I'm not too excited about Tier 5. Tier 6, Churchill Mark 6 is pretty good. The Britannia Panther is pretty good. Schmalterm's pretty good. The M4A2 Sherman from Loza is pretty good. That's really the only tanks I'd really be... I guess, yeah, SU-100Y is pretty fun because it has high alpha. But, yeah, that is all of our tanks in the containers, and that is what Wargaming is doing for the anniversary of World of Tanks Blitz. Happy anniversary to World of Tanks Blitz. It is 10 years old. Congratulations on 10 years. And I hope we have more years to come, and I hope that everyone has a great rest of your day. And until I see you in the next video, take it easy. Bye-bye.